driver's
I
license?
don't have to give you a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Be careful, because sometimes I am my son working from FBI.
Laws are put in place to safeguard people. When people break those laws, they're punished. But what happens when people think these same laws don't apply to them? Here are 4 shocking times when people believed they were above the law. Starting with this anonymous woman, who on January 17th, 2022, had been pulled over after going at 54 miles per hour in a 35 miles per hour zone. An officer conducting a routine check on Pensacola Bay Bridge came across this vehicle, and having seen this, decided to pull it over to inspect what was going on, without any idea of the kind of person he was about to encounter.
Young lady, Officer Banks, Gulf Breeze Police Department. I'm pulling you over. You're doing 54 and a 35. Any reason for that speed tonight?
Where's the 35?
Before you got off the bridge, and as soon as you came off the bridge. All this is 35.
I was going 40, I thought.
No. You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not.
15-7, 41 with me.
Having been explained why she was being pulled over, the woman doesn't see her fault, and when requested for a driver's license, she makes the shocking statement that she's not required to have one to drive a car. Now, this is something you only see in the movies.
Step out the vehicle.
Am I a crime?
Yeah, you are being detained right now. Step out the vehicle, young lady.
I know my rights.
Either you step out the vehicle, or I will remove you from the vehicle.
I know my rights.
15-7, sovereign supervisor, sovereign citizen.
Did you hear what I said? You need to get a supervisor out here right now.
No, you need to step out the vehicle right now. Young lady, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle. Last time I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to make you move. Step out the vehicle.
You're going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
No, you're going to step out the vehicle right now.
As the officer asks her to step out of her vehicle, she denies it and instead asks for his supervisor, claiming to know her rights. But does she really?
I know my rights.
What right is that?
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. I am not, this is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Very well.
That's what you want to stick with?
Call a supervisor.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
Right now.
Or else what?
I know my rights.
If I don't call a supervisor, or else what?
I guess we're not going to go anywhere then.
Okay. So just hold it for me and go and give me the channel.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
Yeah, our channel want to be 1033.
That can educate you on what the law is.
Okay.
This woman is clearly delusional. She claims she doesn't need a driver's license to drive around because it's not a commercial car. The officer, who's amused, is taken aback when she says she could teach the law to him.
Okay. So you're not going to give me a driver's license?
I'm not going to give you a driver's license. I don't have to give you a driver's license.
Okay.
I'm traveling. I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Okay. And what state is that?
Any state. It's common law, natural law.
Okay.
Constitutional law.
Okay.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
I do?
Yes.
Okay.
Her declarations that it's a natural and constitutional law in all states to not have a driver's license if you're driving non-commercially are absolutely nuts. At this point, the officer couldn't believe the audacity of this woman to persistently ask for his supervisor as an excuse to not provide any of her details and calls for his sergeant. Not long after, the officer's sergeant arrives at the scene and is put in context of the whole situation. Unfortunately for her, he's not as calm as the first officer.
You do need a license to drive a vehicle. And you do have to identify yourself to these officers.
I do not have to have a license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
Well, you're wrong, but okay.
I know common law, natural law.
I don't care about common law. You're in the state of Florida. You're in the state of Florida. You're in the state of Florida.
It doesn't matter in what state
It does
I'm in.
matter.
I'm in the U.S.
It does matter. So you better hope the information you gave us comes back as to being you. So at this point in time, I need you to shut the vehicle off and step out of the car.
I'm not getting out of the vehicle.
You're going to get out of the car.
I haven't been suspected of a crime.
You are being illegally stopped on a traffic stop. You are not being cooperative. It is not a Terry stop.
What
Trust me,
crime
I know
am
the
I doing?
difference. You were speeding. Turn the vehicle off and get out of the car. Out of the car now. Undo the seatbelt.
Turn the vehicle off.
Turn it off now.
Officer Schaefer, unbuckle her. That's it.
Put all that down.
Step out, turn around, face away from me. Turn around, face away.
Turn
I
around.
do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Well, then you can tell that to the judge if you end up going to jail.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I have all the laws right there.
I don't
Back
care
of my
what I don't
car.
care what laws you say you have.
This is how car was. It was smashed into me. And when I come out and I was like, sir, you hit me? And he's like, no, I didn't, while his car is in this position. We were turning left and
to go on to
we golf towards that way. And then we just came here. He followed me, but then he left. he talked on the phone. He kind of wandered around the parking lot, and then he got in his car and drove off. He tried to stop me taking picture of his car, the number to give it to dispatch. And then he did not want to provide me any information. He was like, I know who you are.
Thanks to the description the victim provided to the officers, the police were able to track down the man, but their encounter with him would soon prove to be chaotic.
Any problem?
Yeah. Here, you want to step out for me?
No.
No, you don't want to?
What?
So you got into an accident over on Greenwood.
I know.
You know?
I say I am gonna pay for anything.
Okay, well, according to Illinois law, you have to...
What else?
Illinois law, you have to
what
provide
else?
information and everything.
What else?
We're trying to explain that to you. Why don't you just let him
You
talk?
have to give your information to the other driver before you drive off.
I was sometimes somewhere for 1 year.
Once finally confronted, he is not even able to open the door of his car as it's not parked correctly, which is one of the first indications that he might not be in his right state of mind. He then refuses to step out and talk to the officers. He declares he will pay for the accident, but does not have the details of the woman to do so.
E or anything on you?
No.
No? Do you have insurance?
I don't have. I am from Poland.
Do you have a driver's license?
No.
You don't have a driver's license. Why are you
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Excuse me?
Drink. Alcohol?
What do you think about this?
Because I can smell it.
No. How about you?
Okay.
You
So-
drinking something?
So now we have an issue.
You drinking
You don't have a
sometimes,
license.
or-
Do you have insurance on the car?
No.
No.
Having finally been confronted and asked how much he has had to drink, he blatantly denies having drunk, despite his odor saying the opposite. And to make matters worse, he doesn't have either a driver's license or insurance on his car and starts making jokes and threats against the officers.
So what's your first name?
What the heck
Can I
is
get your
going
first
on
name?
here? Excuse me?
What's your first name?
Joe Biden.
Okay, no. What is your name?
So you either have to identify yourself,
Yeah.
or we're gonna take you.
We're not playing games here. I
You're
mean,
gonna arrest me?
sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. You're not gonna identify yourself?
Be careful, because sometimes I am. My son working from FBI.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, cool. So how about this? How about you give us your name, and then you can go inside.
No.
You don't wanna give us your name?
Don't try. Don't try.
Don't try.
you're playing games with us here. We're trying to get this taken care of so we can get you out of here.
Why are you doing things?
I'm very motherfucking classy. Give me my refund so I can get out of here now. Because I gotta go to work tomorrow. Give my refund now. All they wanted was their pennies. Have your bag. You want me to pay $2, that's fine. Let me go.
After the stolen goods are retrieved from her, the suspect demands a refund so she can go home. It's incredible that after the theft and being caught red-handed, she believes she's done nothing wrong and can just walk away. More officers arrive, and Officer Latham informs them of the theft, refusing to comply, and attempt to escape. As this unfolds, the suspect continues to claim she did nothing wrong, and she even reveals something interesting.
Why are you arresting me? You said shoplifting. I did not do any of that besides one f***ing thing, sir. Nobody goes to jail with anything like that unless they split or stole all that shit. Why am I going to jail?
It's an easy question. Do you want your family to take your personal property?
I
Or would
do
you
want
rather
them to take my personal
or would you
property,
rather
and I
put
do
it in
want
the
them
bag
to
and
take
have
my
it taken
stuff.
to county? So what do you want us to do?
I'm telling you, what am I going to jail for?
And we've been arrested for shoplifting and resisting.
How? I didn't even resist you. You're lying. You need to delete that. I did not resist arrest. I will never resist arrest. It's not even petty stuff. You're supposed to steal 100 or better. That's nothing. I don't give a steal.
Petty theft is anything under $750 now.
It is $750. How much money that was that you got? 22. I'm calculating for you.
At one juncture, she argues that her actions aren't theft and that she knows